Soy Martina Sotopose y tuve el placer de hablar para Rock and Pop con Tarja Turunen, la cantante finlandesa que vuelve a nuestro país junto a Marco Hietala y se van a estar presentando el 16 de mayo en el Teatro de Flores. Esto fue lo que nos contó. Hola. Hi.
Hey, ¿cómo estás,
Muy
hermosa?
bien. Hi, Tarja. How are
Ah,
you?
I am good, very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. Now I'm much better. I I don't know if you remember, you probably don't, because it happened 10 years ago, but I got the chance to interview you at the radio station, and I got to not only meet you, but to meet Naomi, your baby girl, which was pretty much a baby by that time.
Oh, I remember you. Absolutely. I remember.
Uh-huh.
Now that I saw your face, I was like, "Ah," because
I'm
I
so
am really
glad.
bad. I am so bad with the names, but I remember, even with my fans, it happens many times. I sit with them. I'm doing these meet and greets every day. And so there comes a person, I'm like, I've met this person, but when and where, impossible to know. But yeah, but I
Well,
remember
but
definitely.
that's so sweet. You should tell that to the fans, because I imagine that if you tell the fans, I remember you,
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
die.
yeah. I do. I do.
I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be able to recognize your daughter, because she must be a teenager right now, right?
She's until here. She's going to be 13 this summer. No, julio para nosotros es summer, verano. Yeah.
Exacto, exacto. And I think I read or heard through the grapevine that she speaks 3 or 4 languages. Is that true?
Three languages, yeah, three languages, but she's also in Duolingo, Duolingo, the app. She's doing
Yeah.
German. She's doing German. She's doing like a 170 days in a row already in German.
That's so
On her
cool.
own. On her own. Yeah.
Yeah, how does she deal with her mother being pretty much a rock star? Let's say it that way.
Well, she doesn't care. No, my baby was born on the road. And she was with me all the tours in the first 4 years of her life. We took her because I'm working with my husband. So we took her everywhere in all the studios, in all the concerts, whether it was with symphonic orchestra in Japan, with the band, with the rock band in Argentina, obviously. She's seen it all and she knows my work and for her, I'm her mother. Obviously, I'm a different kind of mother from all the mothers in her school. They rarely see me there picking her up from a school. And if I go there, they're like, the star is here. She's back. But no, my life, I'm a mother. When I'm with her, I'm her mom. And we have a very, very nice relationship. So, yeah.
And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, that you pretty much enjoy your domestic life, like being a mother, being a wife, being at your house. So how you deal when you have to like get on the bus and get on the road? Is that hard for you to
It
leave
is
your
hard.
home?
It is hard. Yeah. There was this change when, after I started to manage my artistic life without my husband being there for me on the road, without my baby girl being there for me, every day on the road. There was a big change when we decided because we wanted to have for her to have a normal life with friends and school and routine that she would never ever have as a touring child. So it was a big change. It is a big change. And I decided long ago already that I don't want to do long tours because of that. I'm going to be now, for example, now this is a longer one. It's a 3 weeks away from home. It's a long because it's the continent changing. So my family is not coming with me. They cannot. Naomi is in school. So it's tough every day. I am crying every day. But my daughter, she's never making me feel guilty. She's never saying to me, "Oh, you're gonna not be here when I'm having my piano concert or something." She's performing. She's very obviously she's very artistic child for some reason, but she's never making me feel like, damn it, of course I do feel like I would love to be there for her every day, but I cannot. Sometimes it's like that, but she's not making me feel bad. She knows my job. If you think of many children, how many of our children really know what the mommy is doing or daddy is doing? Whether being in office or in a radio station like where you are, or how many of our kids really know? Well, mine does, because she's been everywhere seeing me.
She plays piano.
She plays piano, but she's a drummer. She's not yeah, she's a drummer. She said to me long time ago, she's really good. Really good. But she said to me a long time ago, Mama, I'm gonna be a drummer in a rock band. That's going to be my hobby as like a sidekick job, but I'm going to be an actress. That's what she loves, acting. That's what she loves. She's acting all the time.
That's so cool. That's so cool, Tarja. Well, obviously, yeah, she had that artistic, strong, like power from you and from her father. But yeah, now you are leaving your home for a couple of weeks to play here one more time in Argentina, the 16th of May. And you're going to play with Marco Yetalan with this string orchestra, which, correct me if I'm wrong, seems to be kind of your natural environment. Is that the case? Was it hard to pull this show off?
Actually, this is something very special that we are doing because, I am used to do concerts with symphonic orchestras, but as a lyrical singer. These are rock shows with string orchestra, with new arrangements that we had to do, new set list. Everything is new basically now for all of us. That's why Buenos Aires, we were there last year with Marco already. This show is different. It's very, very different. So we are going to be having the rehearsals in Buenos Aires before the tour starts. Everybody gets together and we rehearse because it's important. We don't know everybody is now on our own. We are rehearsing the material, but we need to get together, before. Yeah.
I heard, Left on Mars, the name of your new song with Marco. I love it, Tarja. You both have such different vocal styles, but the union, the mix of those voices felt like exquisite. Do you share any vocal techniques or something like that with Marco? Like exercise?
No, no. Nowadays, we have done a lot of tours together already. I've got to know the guy more than ever. I mean, I was in the band with him for a few years, but I never really connected the way we are now connected. To be honest with you, seriously, we really became friends and we really share things. We are grown-ups. Many things have passed. So it's he is doing all the time. He's singing constantly, like all day long, like warming up his way. I am not doing that. I mean, it's his way. I'm having my way. I'm like, doing the lyrical exercises every day. And every day on the road, I'm also rehearsing, and everybody can hear me because I'm pretty loud. But we are very distinctive, both of us, but when we get together we have this unity. I don't know, the emotional connection sort of is there. It's very real, and we've been very happy making music together again. So I am sure that you can see and feel that again when you sing.
Well, yeah, you work a lot over the years training your voice, your instrument, and your voice has evolved since your beginning. The same way, I imagine, as your relationship with Marco, right? It's not the same as it was 20 years ago. For example, for the first time where you share the stage together, now it feels, as you were saying, completely different. And Marco has had shared this struggle that he faced. He has to had to take a break to take care of himself, his mental health. Did you ever felt the need to do the same? I mean, take a break, take distance to take care of yourself?
Absolutely. I had some health issues took back in 2018.
No,
It
that
was
was wrong,
yeah.
right?
It was about that time when I felt like I cannot breathe. I was so stressed about the whole life on tour, being the boss suddenly for everybody, which I was not prepared for. I am an artist. I don't like to be the boss where everybody's coming with their issues to me and I need to have the solution for them in an instant. I was not prepared mentally for that role. So I took it very hard on myself, and I am a very critical person in a way that I want to be I want to be perfect. I want to make people happy around me, and that time was really hard. I was really hard on myself, and then it became a real problem. It gave me health issues, and yes, after that, because it was just a matter of timing that I could have lost everything, my voice, everything, my capability of being, healthy. It made me realize that life is like, the lifeline we have is just so here in this moment. And so I took care of myself. I started writing, but music again saved me. It has saved me so many times. Believe me, music has so much power, even for us that work with music, not only the ones that listen and receive our work, but it's super therapeutical. And I took some therapy. I had actually an elder Argentinian man that I had therapy sessions with him online, like we are doing now. We're talking Spanish. With my crappy Spanish, I was able to talk with him. And it was really good. It was really, he really made me understand so many things about myself. And yes, it was very important. And I always say the same because people come to me, and I have a lot of fans that share their stories when I meet. And it's like, they are very deep stories that in a few minutes that I get to hear how my music has affected them. And I always say that you can't be left alone with your problems. I mean, none of us should. And so, yes, I also needed to do that, but it's okay. I mean, those things, if life would always be dancing on the rose petals, nothing ever would happen. You would not progress as a person. You will never do any kind of progress as a person. So it will be a very boring life.
Exactly. I mean, but it's hard to do that work, right? Like to deal with the problems and work through it. It's not a simple thing. So I congratulate you for doing that. To take care of the time to be fine with yourself. Because if you're not, you cannot be good with anybody, right?
It's exactly. If I would be in a bad relationship, for example, if you are in a bad relationship and you have a daughter or son or you have family, you can't be a happy mother. You cannot be a happy mother for your child either if you're not fine. I mean, even in a relationship, you need to be an independent. You are you, and I, and that's it. So, but it's very difficult to sometimes realize only when really the rocks are hitting you hard or you start having some real trouble, then you start realizing, oh, I should have changed or I should have done. But it's so stupid that we have a really short memory also.
Talking about relationships, I know that you and Marco got together for the first time in decades in 2023 at a festival where you sang together at the Fountain of the Opera. I believe you were the first one to approach. How was that? Can you tell us a bit about that moment? Because it's not hard to be the first one to make the first step, right? To break the ice.
I broke the ice. Yeah, I broke the ice, but he did break the ice. A few years before, we were performing. We were part of a same project called Raskasta Joulua. It's like a heavy metal Christmas production in Finland. They do like a really big production at the end of the year, and they tour with that. And there are different singers, heavy metal singers, taking part. And I was one of the girls taking part in those shows at that time. And Marco is one of the original members of the project. So I knew that I was gonna meet him. There were like 12 years in between. I hadn't heard anything about him. We haven't been in touch at all. And so it was very emotional that time, our meeting. That was the moment when we broke the ice. It was 2 years before. He actually apologized me in front of all the production. He gathered everybody into the same big room, everybody in this big production, and he apologized. So it was a big deal. It was a big deal. After that, we didn't hear from each other. It was silence, just Merry Christmas, messages here and there. And at that time, he was having problems in his life, these mental things and he needed to start taking care of himself. So I didn't hear of him until this Swiss festival that happened in 2023, when I heard that he was gonna have his band playing on the same festival. I needed to contact him. And I was asking actually via the promoter, because I didn't know even if he has the same telephone number or anything. So I contacted him and luckily he said, yes, let's do it.
That's so cool, Daria. Well, and you came last year, and we're going to see you again this year in May with a different show. You lived here in Argentina for a long couple of years. You left Finland when you were 16, is that right?
No, I left home when I was 15, 16. I left home. I needed to go to, study music. I moved to another city. I lived alone. I graduated secondary school. It was a school of arts, and then went to university. It was music driving me. I left Finland to Germany when I was 21, maybe, something like that. Something like that. 21, 22. Yeah, I wanted to continue my university studies, and that was the first moment I lived abroad. And then, I came back to Finland, but then the life took me away. I went down to Buenos Aires. I fell in love.
You fell in love, I imagine, not only with your husband and the father of your daughter, but maybe with our lifestyle, with our ways, right? Which is pretty much, I imagine it's super different from Finland, right?
Very different.
So maybe you have a Latina inside you, right?
I don't. You know what? They tell me I'm more Latina than my husband. They do. Sí, me dicen eso, que soy más latina que mi marido.
Y sos hincha de San Lorenzo, ¿puede ser?
Sí. Soy hincha de San Lorenzo como mi marido. Eso viene con el matrimonio, ¿ok? Creo.
Do you miss anything in particular from Buenos Aires? I don't know if you used to go to the cancha, a la cancha, el asado. I don't know, our wines, maybe. Dulce de leche. Do you like sweet things?
Actually, I'm not I've never eaten really many things, many sweet things, because I have some allergies. I like or leche, I cannot have. But you know what I miss? I miss Buenos Aires. I miss the city of Buenos Aires. I miss the life colors in Buenos Aires. Seriously, I really enjoyed being there very, 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 very much. It was really a good life. Really, really a good life. I will always have this special connection with Argentina, because obviously my daughter was born in Buenos Aires, and having a husband, Argentinian husband, living there many years, I always will have a place in my heart for Argentina. And the thing is that I'm super excited to be able to come back, if yearly, to have a concert in Buenos Aires. It's always like, "Wow, go back home." It really feels like that because you gave me home when I really needed it. I was having a bad time in Finland when I decided to move to Argentina. It was the time when I got fired from the band, and it was like I didn't find any place in my home country for myself anymore to breathe in. I could not breathe there. So I needed to go away, and my home was found in Buenos Aires. And so that feeling is very, very deep inside of me still. It will never go away because I needed that. So I miss many things from Buenos Aires. I miss my friends. I miss the food, the amazing food. And I miss the colors of the city. Yeah.
Love that phrase, the colors of Buenos Aires, which we live here, and I don't even know what the colors of Buenos Aires are, but I love to hear that
It's
from
the
you.
life. It's the life together with its people. You know, it's that. It's the culture. It's the sense of Buenos Aires. Yeah, it's the. You know, sometimes when I walk in the streets of Marbella, for example, here, and there is a cleaning product that comes from a hotel lobby, or the door opens or something, and I'm like, this is like the center of Buenos Aires. You know, many things, not really, many things reminding me of Buenos Aires here too, because obviously here are also many Argentinians living in Spain, like a lot of you, many of you. So you hear the accent. I have a very strong Argentinian accent. They laugh at me here. I speak with the Argentinian accent. Yes. So
Aguante.
aguanto.
I'm gonna end this interview in Spanish if it's that okay for you. Porque quiero escucharte un poquito hablar en castellano y sé exacto, que dominás no solo el idioma, sino el acento. ¿Vas a tener tiempo cuando vengas acá a Buenos Aires de juntarte con tus amigos, de ir a comer esas cosas ricas que extrañas de acá de Argentina, o venís con el tiempo justito?
No, vengo un par de días antes que empiece la gira, porque tenemos los ensayos y estuve hablando con mi amiga que vamos a cenar, vamos a salir. Estoy súper emocionada, estoy súper feliz de volver a Argentina. Finalmente, porque siempre pasa el tiempo pasa súper rápido, pero no tan rápido. Que a veces se extraña mucho.
Daria, gracias por este momento. Siempre es hermoso hablar con vos, escucharte, verte. Sos una persona súper cálida, además de una música, compositora y productora muy, pero muy talentosa. El 16 de mayo, entonces, en el Teatro de Flores con Marco. Allí estaremos. Un placer hablar con vos nuevamente, Daria. Te mando un beso enorme.
Muchas gracias.
Un beso, Daria. Nos vemos el 16 en el Teatro de Flores.
Gracias. Besitos. Nos vemos. Chao, chao. Que tengas un buen día.
Vos también.